Today I wanted to discuss the individualism of each animal, regardless of breed or species. And I want to share that in regards to our animals. We can't go on that general assumption that just because our animal is a specific breed or specific species, that they will always do and be exactly what we want them to be. I want to share briefly about a case that I just had where the people had an expectation for their animal. And when I went to visit them, their animal was really quite anxiety ridden and fearful, and his body language was really quite insecure. You could really see that. And in being able to spend time with them in person and communicate with him and also teach him how to relax and be comfortable in a peaceful situation, that he could actually share what it was that he actually wanted. He shared that he wanted to be at the house and he wanted to literally be the shadow of his person. He didn't want to be the guard dog. He didn't want to protect. That gave him so much stress. And when his point of view and perspective was shared with his person, the way he looked at her was so confirming. Oh my goodness, thank you. You heard my voice. And she heard him. She heard what he had to say with me sharing what he had shared with me. And there was a shift between the two of them. He finally was feeling validated for who he was and what he wanted to be without having that expectation of who they wanted him to be. And she said she was going to honor that. To see his body language after, he was so relaxed. It was like the weight of the world had been lifted off of his shoulder. And his body language, his tail was higher, he was standing more proud, and his confidence was there. He was still, a little fearful because he's kind of a little bit of a scared kind of guy, but he had more confidence in his demeanor than he did when I first got there. And the relief that he felt to be able to be heard, that this is actually the job that he wanted to do. So what I want to share and just summarize is, when we have that communication, we're creating that compassion because I'm sharing their perspective, and we're deepening that connection between you and your animal. And when your animal's voice can be heard and they can share with you what it is they would actually like to have as a job, and when you choose to listen, the changes that can happen in your relationship are absolutely miraculous.